in at number 10, which actually I thought this was going to be higher on the list, if I'm being honest. We got a lot of engagement on this episode, which came out on October 28th, and it was our zombie brands conversation. Notably, we talked mostly about Marmot. Marmot took a few strays from us this year. This was probably the biggest one. On this episode, we talked about sort of big and notable brands that are still around but aren't as relevant as they used to be. Like I said, we got a lot of mileage out of the zombie brands thing this fall, and I don't think the concept of the zombie brand is going to go anywhere anytime soon. As some of the bigger brands maintain a level of size from a revenue standpoint that they have to be talked about, but they also will probably continue to descend further into irrelevancy from a user and retailer perspective. So let me toss it over to you guys. I mean, what do you guys think about this? Will some of the more notable zombie brands either come back, maybe die off in 2025? Will this conversation continue? Owen, what do you think?
By the nature of being defined as a zombie brand, they will continue lumbering forward half dead. So I think the answer is no. Maybe some might join them. I would say, though, the interesting thing for me is I've actually now heard the term zombie outdoor brand, multiple times from people I know in the industry. And maybe it's just I'm in the same echo chamber with all of you people.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so it's become part of the zeitgeist. My new word of the year, zeitgeist. Maybe rockfight is becoming part of the new outdoor zeitgeist.
It is funny the way some people didn't quite get it too. I got a lot of defenses for Kelty, which may be the prototypical zombie brand of like a really relevant specialty outdoor brand that is now owned by, was it XL owns them, I believe, and are sort of, I'm sure the stuff they make is fine, but when's the last time you thought of Kelty? And, but they still make this incredible stuff. Like, yeah, I believe you that they do, but they're just, I mean, I throw Chaco into the mix and they're still huge, right? They're everywhere. But it's like, yeah, when the last time you really thought of Chaco? Dave, what do you think about the whole zombie brand thing as we head into 2025?
Well, I'm a fan of the zombie brand designation. Like Owen said, by sheer nature, they just don't go anywhere. They're here, they're lasting, and I think that sums up, frankly, a good percentage of our industry or any industry. And really you can kind of parse between the it brands and the stable brands and the zombie brands. There are different kind of classifications and brands move in and out. If they've been around long enough, they can kind of hit all three at certain times. I mean, what is Keen? Where does that fit?
Well,
is it an
it's not a
brand?
zombie.
Is it a stable? Is it a zombie?
I wouldn't call it a zombie.
Yeah, they're not a zombie brand.
It's it's the Pareto principle, right? 20% of the brands are going to get 80% of the attention.
Yeah, right, right.
Yeah.
And then they're fighting for all there, and it's kind of like regulation. Yeah, you just don't want to get sent down, right? And the zombies kind of that classification.
Okay, I think Dave has just come up with a new theme here. We're going to have a relegation. We're going to have a relegation show as to who gets promoted,
the Premier
and who gets
League.
relegated.
That's.
I guess the last thing on the zombie is it's like, what really puts any of these brands down? I mean, like zombies, you can quick shot to the head and they go away. You look at a brand like a K2 or I mean, even Marmot and the amount of times they change hands. And it's just like, someone's always going to see some level of upside in one of these brands and they kind of just keep going.
But then there are the Vasks, right? And that whole conversation about those that get truly relegated to the graveyard brands.
And it also speaks to brand value, in terms of the brand strength, right? These brands were once it brands, and it's the basis of that strength, often what keeps them around. Yeah. In terms of, their product, they're not innovating, they're not bringing things to the market. Doesn't mean that it's bad product. It means it's not going anywhere. But this brand strength has kept it around longer than its expiration date.
Yep.
Right. I mean, like a controversy this year could be that Patagonia got relegated from it brand to the vast middle.
I can feel the rock fight.